We're going live.
Good morning. Good morning.
No,
Good
please,
morning.
please stop.
Good morning, everybody. I see P-Town and Joey. I am one. Danny. Good morning.
You're in a cheerful mood.
I just sold a really nice amplifier. A 300B tube amp. Sweet as can be.
Yes. Can everyone congratulate Jim
Morning,
on
Norman.
entering the 22nd century?
Yes.
What did you get? I missed it.
No, I sold an amp.
You sold them? Wow.
Yeah, I sold an amplifier, a very nice 300B tube amp.
Yeah.
What,
how long?
How did you sell it?
I sold it on US Audio Mart.
How long have you been trying to sell that amp?
A week.
How much did you sell it for?
900 plus shipping.
How much do they go for?
Well, I bought mine for 1,000.
Well, then you got a good,
Now they're 13. I think because of tariffs or something.
Where are you mailing it to?
Okay, here we go.
South Carolina.
This is like a CBS News interview.
You don't want to know anything about the amp?
Hold on. I have one last question. Can you point on your body where the amp touched you?
I touched that amp, let me tell you.
You know, I'm just going to say this. The stuff we're not supposed to talk about, I'm not going to talk about on your show, which is fine. But every fucking day, drama and just the...
It's tough. It's not easy, man.
No, but here, let's rationalize this.
How can
let's pretend you cut the link off, which I virtually have. The shit's still gonna happen, and it's literally the same shit.
Yeah. Well, no, because
you're just less. You're less bombarded by.
Even the irony today of this morning of him threatening the Insurrection Act. You know, you've been in my house. I live in an area with a large immigrant community. In fact, right around here, heavy Somali community and Asian community south right here, African American too. And so there's a lot of immigrants here, and the exact same thing could happen here. That's happening.
Well, Mazzy, let's just hope. Yeah. Let's hope that.
But no one's
let's just
focus on that one ICE agent slipping on the ice.
All right. I'm gonna say he's
happy idiot.
Yes. I can tell you that it's shitty. He's a bad person. He does bad things. Let's hope.
Don't talk about me like that.
Oh. There's no checks and balances right now.
Well, Mazzy, that's your feeling. I mean, okay, but here, let's forget about it.
We are moving backwards.
When I teach,
sure that things are worse than they've ever been.
When I teach, I like to make abstract examples, Mazzy. Let's pretend you're a sports guy, and let's pretend you're a big fan of Seattle, who potentially could win the Super Bowl, right?
No way.
Let's say that a ref makes a bad call that causes them to lose their next game. You can scream and yell and complain about it. It ain't going to change anything.
Yeah, so it's not going to kill anyone either.
Wait. Do you understand how football works? People get hit in the head. Yeah. It lowers their life expectancy. Yeah, right. They will die.
I only think that works if they're playing football every day. That's the only difference.
Yeah. Right. Okay. How about this? Let's.
That works if they're playing football every day.
Let me try and get Mazzy's compassionate side.
Morning, Vinyl.
Jim was dealt a shorthand, and I mean short.
God damn it!
He has to struggle with the inability to reach high places.
Think about it when you
on a daily basis.
So I slept in longer than I usually do, so I didn't get to see all of Mike Esposito's new releases. I watched about a third of it.
Okay. I'm
Anything-
troubled. I'm going to show a picture. So we all know, and I guess they haven't caught the guy who tried to murder Mike.
He's really all over reposting that guy.
Okay, but I don't know if Mike is telegraphing. Let me make myself big. If you go watch Mike's new release video, which is really short this week,
Okay, I didn't hear it all though.
in the front there, I don't think it's going to come in. There's,
Yeah,
I circled it. That's a Lady Gaga record. So he's telegraphing what happened in his new release video. Here's what I commented.
Wow.
There's my comment. So my
read
comment
it.
is,
Read it.
my comment is, but there it's bigger now. So maybe, so I say that Lady Gaga in the front there looks desirable. I just want to grab it and run.
I want to grab
You're
Lady
so
Gaga.
passive aggressive.
Look, all you people that live in the greater Phoenix area, keep your head on a swivel. If a guy comes up to you and tries to grab the sandwich out of your hand, it could be that guy. And for God's sake, lock down all your Lady Gaga records, Phoenix. There's a thief loose.
You know,
About.
Edwin, it's not easy. Seriously. I mean, this is serious stuff. So I'll leave it at that.
Well, look, hopefully, whatever. Well, telegraphing a word, Rob, is not used for 100 years. Thank you, Rix. Rix, I think we should all be more concerned about Rix. He's turned. He's turning to the dark side.
I have to. I'm going to take you with you and make it. I'm getting my coffee. So
okay, Rix. Here's what you do: you go to the record store, you grab a Lady Gaga record, and run. If the guy chases you, try and hit him with your car.
That's what you do. That's what you do.
Wow, there's a special vinyl file edition of Frampton Comes Alive coming out.
Oh, they
January
announced the new
22.
ones?
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Hold on, let me pull it
50th
up.
Anniversary.
The vinyl files. There's the Erica Badu.
Hold on, let me pull it up and show pictures. Where was this announcement? Was it an email?
Yeah, I got an email from Capitol or whatever, Universal.
I'm not on that list, I guess, because I think the name is so silly. The vinyl file.
No, because you
hey, wait.
You're on the B list. You're not on the A list.
Can I ask a serious question? Can I ask a serious question?
Yes, you may.
This guy who stole the lady.
Sorry.
This guy who stole the Lady Gaga record from Mike.
Yeah. I didn't see him as a runner, but he was.
Can I finish talking?
Sorry.
The guy who stole the record from Mike.
Yes.
If he took it home and did nasty sexual things with it, would that make him a vinyl file?
Oh, shit.
I'd love to hear your answers in the chat, people.
Wow, DNA all over the how do you get that out? I guess with I don't know that a humming guru.
Jim, can you forward me that email, final file email, please?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go. Yeah, I sold a really nice 300B tube amplifier.
If you keep saying that, you're lowering the value of the
I wanted to. I've never really had a 300B in the house, and so I liked it a lot. But I'm on the waiting list at Deckware for their 300B amp. So I sold this one.
What year is the one you sold?
The one I sold I got it in November and sold it now, brand new. Why the turnaround? Yeah, that was the Oi Lily, Matt.
Why the turnaround?
I just wanted to make sure that I liked that sound. I thought this was a cheap way to check it out. And you have to whatever. I didn't think I'd lose a lot of money on it, and I didn't. It's a good amp, the Oi Lily. It's only $1,300, and Has 2 inputs. It's got a nice headphone input. I
So
used it with a preamp, and it was really nice.
all they're saying in this email is it's Phantom Comes Alive is the vinyl file.
Well, it is 50 years this year, so
I'll
that's
tell you
probably
what, I went to my Honey Hole record store, and anyone who comes to LA, I'll take you there, but I won't tell you what it is.
Oh, it's that place. I won't say the name because I don't remember, but it's where I met Delphina, right?
Right. 3 copies of Phantom Comes Alive were there. 3 copies.
No, I mean we all know the point is that you can't. It's not that these records are not available. Like
if you want to hear, if you want to hear Frampton Comes Alive, you've got to listen to Zappa's homage to it. I Have Been in You.
Oh,
it's so fucking good.
You know, I was at one of the Winterland shows that was recorded. I don't know if they took from multi shows because I think he played 2 nights. But I was at that show in 1975 at Winterland.
Okay, Bill, you're a good guy, but you are doing exactly what they want you to do. Please don't love your vinyl file records. That's what they want you to do. They want you to become a vinyl file. It's disgusting. Thank you.
Yes. I like that too. They did a good job with it. I mean, yeah. Now,
it's not a bad sounding record anyway, right?
Well, it is.
I'm going in you not, again.
You know, people who are naysayers about it will say, "Oh, well, it's not an audiophile." I mean, it's not a Steely Dan record, so you have to grade it on its own curve. But I have a 1970 original. Well, it's 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, but it came out in '67, right? So 3 years after, I have a perfect record, but it's a little bit noisy. The vinyl file sounds better than the 1970 copy, and mine's perfect, banana intact. So they did a good job with it. So if you're looking for a copy and you aren't someone who has to have the artifact.
What? Every time I see Frampton Comes Alive, it's a $7 record.
Well, that's Chicago. It's colder in Chicago.
I'm going in you again.
Now,
go ahead and roll over.
I texted Rob last night just to let people know at 8:00 this morning, our time.
I thought you were not supposed to talk about it.
I'm not going to say what it is, but there's another announcement. I mean, we already know what it is. We didn't know when they were going to announce it and the extent. So at 8:00, I can talk about it, or you can watch my video that'll pop up. Like, because I'm not on the fence. It's a series that I am not going to buy, but I think it's newsworthy for other people to buy. So I made a video because the music is great. I'll leave it at that.
Actually, I'm going to break from Mazzy and tell you what this announcement is. It's a new line of records called Vinyl Molester. It's a whole line of records, Vinyl Molester. It'll be out. Bill, you'll love it.
Can I make a presentation? Show something. Wow. Mazzy Gum.
What do you want to show? Something you've shown this week?
No, I have not shown this. This arrived yesterday. Now I'm going to set it up because I have to tell a story. That's my thing. But I pre-ordered this last November, and I'm in touch with the guy that this is a book who co-authored and put this out. It's coming out in February, but I'm going to have a chat, like an interview, a video, probably in the next 2 weeks with the guy. So he says, well, you should have the book first. Let's postpone it. So I did order. I paid it. So it's not a freebie. It's not a grift. Look at this box it comes in. There's an outer box too. But the Kinks, Day by Day. This is Andrew Sandoval. People know this is his company.
Don't let the door hit you, Big Ian.
So it comes with a foam exterior because it's so heavy. Wow. You need to protect it. And the way it's bound and scored, you can lie the images flat.
It's not a hard cover, right?
No.
Is it? Yeah.
There is a more expensive. This version, look at this version was $79, and I pre-ordered it. There is a upper tier edition, the very limited. I didn't order that. I don't need those kind of books anymore. But I haven't even looked through it yet. This is the first time I've opened it. But it's a day by day with pictures and whole history of the band. Of course, since the Kinks are one of my favorites, Goes through the records,
Yeah.
the year,
Yeah.
the music.
My favorite chapter in that book is called "Yes, It Is Davies."
Well, it's funny. I know it's Davis that he says, but apparently Dave says Davies. So that might be the first question I asked Sandoval, because he actually worked. He was the guy that curated the Kinks mono box, all the box sets for the Kinks he worked on years ago.
So will you read that for us and then give us a video on
This
it?
is the kind of book you don't.
For us?
This is the kind of book you don't read like front to back.
That's the kind of book that you just put up in the shelf and never look at again.
Oh,
I'm
well,
sorry. I'm sorry.
That's not what I do, but
I'm in the mood.
Big Ian, I'm doing a preview video later. Lots of classical for the auction.
okay, November 13th, Saturday, the top 20 club, Droysdale, Lancashire. In America, See My Friends climbs back to number 17 on Record World's single chart. So that's the kind of hot news we get. We get all the different single releases and LP releases on Reprise, and anyway,
Go on.
there we go. So that's it.
So it's more like a Kinks encyclopedia.
Yeah, I like it. Well, basically, it's literally All Day and All the Night, the Day by Day Story, Part 1. Part 1. This goes to 1971. So there's going to be a Part 2, apparently, if this sells, I guess. So
you want this record, Big Ian.
you can only order it directly from his Beatland Books. That's his company. So it's not, you can get it at Amazon. You can't get it anywhere else.
Hey, Big Ian, I've ignored this dude more than you. This guy right here. So come on.
He did a Monkeys book too.
Anthony, I'm doing a preview video later today. So
Okay. Well,
lots of good stuff. I'm still cleaning some.
He did several Monkey books. Yeah.
So you haven't recorded the video yet, right?
No. We were going to do it this week, and then he said, well, you should get the book first. And I did pay for it. So
hey, Chris.
I'll be 2 weeks. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning, guys.
How psychedelic on a scale 1 to 10, how psychedelic, and 10 being the highest, how psychedelic are you this morning?
I'm more of a hard rock psych thing, so psychedelic is probably 3 or 4.
Aren't you working today?
No, I actually have today and tomorrow off.
Okay, so here's what you're doing today. Let me pull up a visual. Here's what me and Jim are doing today. You can come and join us, and we can grab some lunch. But today, starting today, if you're in the LA area...
Oh, Freak Beat.
Would you just shut up? You can't even build up a...
Just shit all over his thing. Freak Beat Records.
They're having their biannual. They do this twice a year, right?
Yeah.
So they're having a sale today. 20 to 50% off. It's usually pretty good. He usually hauls in crap from his house. So looking forward to that.
Yeah, actually, I do want to go. Jim, I heard that owner has a huge psych collection that he's just holding on to. He doesn't play it. He doesn't enjoy it anymore. Can you help me pry stuff out of his collection?
Yeah, it takes a while, but we could do that.
Because he's older. He's definitely he's got to do something.
He doesn't live too far from you.
Let's go to Sherman Oaks today.
That would be great.
Everyone, seriously, meet you there. It opens at 11. I'm gonna get there around 10:30.
You can go up the street to Studio City Tattoo, because Michelle's brother used to own that tattoo parlor.
You're kidding! I used to know those guys.
Well, Clay Clement, a big
yeah.
That's Michelle's little big brother.
When I had my community paper, he was good. He was all over the community. He was a good guy. Good man.
Clay, it's funny. Clay, when he was younger, when I first met him, he was kind of
shitty
his way. He's a kind of a big guy, and imposing, but he's a sweet guy, and he's a hard worker. He sold that off. He had another one in the Gold Country, which I think he sold off recently. So, and he's not a tattoo artist, but he owns the place. Owned it.
He did a really good job of being part of the community. He really did.
Yeah, yeah, he's all in that. Clay Clemens
He was a good guy.
has a batty ex-wife who's crazy, and a
Oh,
couple.
really? I didn't really know him, but I knew.
You know how big guy.
Yeah.
And he's one of the guys with someone else that's years ago, what 25 years ago, whatever, started Talk Like a Pirate Day.
Really?
Remember Talk Like a Pirate Day? I don't know if
Pirate's
they-
favorite
I
letter.
tried to forget that.
What's a pirate's favorite letter?
Michelle went down with her stylist and one of her photo assistants once, and they had rented a cube truck, and they're parked in front of the tattoo parlor there in Studio City, and they made the back of the cube truck a photo studio with the seamless in the back, and all these people dressed up throughout the day came in, and she did all these great portraits. I mean, amazing portraits. They look like studio portraits because they are, but they're, in location setup. Really cool stuff.
Jim, you mentioned you had a.
You can all get matching psychedelic tattoos today.
No more tattoos for me, sir.
Jim, maybe you could show me that turntable for my office that you had mentioned.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Wow.
No,
I've been using it.
Okay.
And
I have my Dark Side of the Moon turntable at the office, but I have another room in my office that I play music
It's
in.
just the old. It's just the old.
Get a cassette player.
There it is.
It's nice to see you and bring some freshness here, Chris.
Just an old Techniques,
Well,
from like 1980. It's an auto return, so you can fall asleep and it'll turn itself off.
Hey, let's get to the meat of the bone. How much feedback are you hearing about the orangutan record?
just on that Instagram post, 196 thumbs up, which is pretty big for me.
That's good.
I've had
What?
maybe 200
Tell me what that is.
before ever.
What is it?
It's one of it. I'm gonna
Very cool people.
tell you about Vinyl Piper.
I know
When
about
he
it.
really, really wants something, he kind of gets quiet and coy about it.
I know we've done a few.
So it's like you have a record he wants. He goes, "Oh, that orangutan record looks nice." Sure.
Well, you knew
wouldn't
what you were
mind
doing.
owning it.
You texted it to me and didn't say anything, and just kind of waited to see the response. I'm like,
Well, no,
thumbs
that
up.
right. Seriously, I
Yeah.
did an experiment. I texted a record to you, and you go, condition. Like I was waiting for you to go, whatever. But to kind of give you a glimpse of who I am, I said this. What I was able to get it for, which was dirt cheap. What's that record usually go for?
it depends on the condition. In this
Yeah, but it's
A
a very
nice one
desirable
is-
record.
$900, $1,000, a nice one that didn't have a seam split here or a seam split here. It definitely, my wife kind of put it back together, but it's great. I'm happy. It was a great deal. I appreciate it, Rob. This is something you don't see in the bins.
no money. I am no grifter.
What
I
an
made no
idiot.
money.
What a mistake.
In my heart, I felt Vinyl Piper has a big gaping hole in his.
If you
and it
can't
needs to
fuck
be
Vinyl
filled.
Piper, who can
It is really good.
It plays really nice.
No, definitely.
Is your video still up on your channel? Go watch. He streamed it.
Yeah, they
He streamed
didn't
it.
block it. They just blocked. So I went and streamed Sub Pop 200. It's a compilation of Sub Pop from 1988. Super great, 3 albums. And Sub Pop had it blocked worldwide, unfortunately. But thank you for that. I've got a few things I'd like to show, if you don't mind. I bought 3 records this year, and this is a
No, you
holy
bought
grail.
a lot more than 3 records this year.
This is called Truth and Janie. I just streamed it about half hour ago. And this is from 1976. It's hard rock with a little bit of psych. It's in like page 176 of the Acid Archives. They're from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, a trio. And they're kind of like ZZ Top, Mountain. It's definitely 70s hard rock, Black Sabbath. And it's great. The guitar player, it's called Truth and Janie, named after Jeff Beck's Truth. And he named his band Truth until he found out there was another band called Truth. This is an OG on the Montrose label. Very hard
You
to
said
find.
176?
I might have got the number. If you're looking it up, then let me.
I have my Acid Archives
One-
copy right here.
337, 176 with maybe it was orangutan.
No,
How do you guys keep
330
up with the chat and have a conversation? Fluffy, hello, Fluffy.
337. 337.
And I get blocked in Russia all the freaking time.
Oh, everyone
Every
does.
record I do.
Usually it's Russia, Belarus. It used to be Cuba and North Korea, too.
So
You
this
know,
was a-
Vinyl
And
Vinyl
Mar-a-Lago.
Piper.
We're blocked in Mar-a-Lago. too.
Vinyl Piper's very big behind the Iron Curtain.
No, but who
So-
cares about being
so
blocked? there?
that was a great unexpected. This just kind of popped up. Someone sent me an email and said, "Hey," and then I got this for Mazzy. I was on Mazzy's Whatnot, and this is actually one of the ones I've been looking for on the 200 gram. I've got all the Zeppelin,
That's
and I've got a
classic
bunch
record.
of the Vu, bunch of the Who, but I didn't have this one, and so I made a point to get this. I haven't heard it yet, but I'm excited to play it and annoy the neighbors.
You know,
So-
you won't
thank
get
you.
fooled again listening to that record.
So
So
my holy grail of all time. I've had this on Jim's ad. I advertise on Jim's paper, and I've done it for almost a year. And can I, Rob?
Maybe if you're advertising again, you'll get a turntable out of it or something.
The guy used this as filler. So this was
Oh.
the filler. But then when you look, all these tracks are great. I don't want the filler. I want this record, which
There's
I
no
love Neil Diamond.
There's no
And
record.
I don't have this record. And he just
Yeah,
gave the
well, you
cover.
could probably go find that for $5.
I want it.
Why don't you put an ad in Record Collector News for it?
So, Rob, how
Nice.
do I present?
thank you,
Can I
Mazzy.
present something?
What do you mean?
You
Can I-
just did.
No, I want to present from my screen.
Oh,
You know, I'm on this new iPad and it doesn't give me an option to share screen.
Okay, because I wanted to show the ad. Well, anyways, the ad that I had in Record Collector News is for a band called Grand Theft. This is the bootleg. They're from Mercer Island, Washington, and this came out in 1972. And I've ripped this, play it, but they were in a band called Bluebird, a folk band from Seattle. They opened for a lot of the big bands in Seattle in 68, 69, 70, 71, all the way to 74. And then in 1972, they did a joke album, kind of making fun of Grand Theft Auto. There's the ad. No, kind of making fun of Grand Funk Railroad, making fun of them. And they put it out. And right after they recorded their folk single, they spent the whole night doing this album. They recorded it in quadraphonic audio, and they repressed 100 copies of them, and they played it on like KJR radio in Seattle. And they've got a song called "I'm Going to Herfy's." Herfy's is a hamburger restaurant in the Northwest. It's been there for a long time.
That they changed their name.
Excuse me.
All the lyrics, everything is a joke, and turns out to be an amazing hard rock record.
You know,
And-
Mercer, just for people who don't know here, Mercer Island is just across, it's like 15 minutes from me.
So-
And it's
That
it's
shit
kind of,
intermission or what?
it's on the way, it's on the way to Bellevue, across the floating bridge. It's a great area, but it's gotten to be like Mill Valley. It's so fucking expensive
you can't.
now.
You can't
but
afford anything.
There's a good diner, like a diner roadhouse on Mercer Island that I go to occasionally. That's
No,
reasonable.
and we went to a record store when we were there on Mercer
Oh,
Island.
right.
to one
That's
of the
that's a
record
weird
stores.
little record store. Yeah, I
So-
don't think I've been back. I keep forgetting about it.
So the original, it came on a white sleeve. It says "Made in Canada." That's how you know you have an original cover. Super heavy guitars, joke lyrics. They're in the Acid Archives. I'm gonna do my next Acid Archives video is gonna be on this. I've been
So
looking
wait,
for
is
this
that
for
a rare?
years.
Is
Oh,
that's
super
a rare
rare.
record?
Yeah, it's rare. The Truth and Janie is more expensive, but this is more rare. There was only 100 of this. There was 1,000 of Truth and Janie, even though that cost a bunch more than
So
this did.
these two records are the
But
only ones they
This
put
never
out?
comes up. So someone saw the ad that I had
Yeah.
in Record Collector News, and he messaged me, and he said, "Hey," and he pointed me out, and I immediately bought it. And I'm so happy. I streamed a little bit of it yesterday, but I'm going to rip this and probably do a live stream playing it. And then I'm doing an Acid Archives video.
Chris, I got a question. Did you learn about all this psych stuff, rare stuff in university? Where did you learn about all this?
No, when I was in Seattle and I went to University of Washington, Seattle Central, I was into Pink Floyd and grunge at the time. And then I got a roommate who then introduced me to Them Without Van Morrison. That was the first psych I really got into. And then Astro Weeks. And
like
then
garage rock in a way.
Yeah, it went that way, and Chocolate Watch Band, and then kind of went down that rabbit hole. The 90s I was broke. In the 2000s I started to make some money, and it was about 2007 or 8 I started collecting heavily psych that wasn't Pink Floyd. I've collected Pink Floyd forever, and I've got all the rare stuff, and I've bought it years ago.
Well, Chris doesn't like to publicly share, Mazzy. He was walking down the street one day, minding his own business. A white van pulled up, and the door opened and said, "Hey, kid, you want to listen to some psych music?" And then that guy was guy who drove the white van, vinyl file.
Right. Does anybody really know what time it is? Does anybody really care? Know what time?
So, Rob, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
How many psychedelic type songs in a record makes it a psych album? One psych song, you can call it a psych record.
Who decided that this?
I'm just curious.
Is there a correct answer?
No. I don't think anyone.
Just
knows.
what's your opinion?
I'm just curious.
I mean, my opinion is if a band's a band is a band. I mean, if they're a psych band, chances are the record they put out is a psych record. I mean, it's not like you're gonna pick up a record from a band that's psych, and one song on there is like a pop song with no fuzzy guitars and no wah wah.
Okay, never mind, Rob. Mazzy, what do you think? How many songs would you think, or part of a song?
That's a good question. There's no rule, obviously.
Aren't psych songs long?
But for instance,
long?
Can you think about? Even though I have the album, I can't remember all the other songs on that Kenny Rogers first edition with What Condition. That's obviously a psych song. I don't remember the rest of the record being it or not, so I don't remember that. But people can do psych songs without being a psych band. It's kind of like someone doing one punk song on an album or something, or a disco song. Whenever something is a trend, they jump on it bandwagon. Like Hollywood TV used to jump on years later, like someone has long hair or someone does psychedelic, or there's one punk rock character.
Or maybe even like vampire movies or zombie movies.
Yeah.
Well, this record right here is a jazz record, but it's a psych record. He's not a psych artist.
I don't like to mix jazz and psych.
Okay, what makes it psych? I mean, what is psych? What is that sound?
I think a little trippy.
Aren't you 100 years old, Jim? You were around when this music was created.
Okay, yeah, I didn't pay any attention to it. I didn't get any
one or two of these things: sitars and tabla, fuzz guitar, wah-wah pedal, multi-backwards recordings, things like that.
So it sounds like the
trippy electronic noises.
Synthesizers.
All right, by Mazzy's definition, what's that the second to the last instrument?
Tabla.
But it's got an alto sax.
Yeah, tabla.
That cancels that out.
Indian percussion instruments,
Listen,
I mean,
who kinged you, the master of psych?
Would you consider Zappa psych?
Waxed, raw. Donald Piper asked me a question. It's my opinion. It's not my opinion. Here's one thing. There's a bunch of interviews around the time. Ravi Shankar used to get very upset, when people would ask him questions about what do you think about your music in, sitar music started getting into Hollywood movies and shows and things. And he didn't like that every time there was a drug scene, they used sitar music because it started making the connection of psychedelic trips and marijuana was all about Indian sitars, and that's not what he was about. So he was a little upset about that. But that, think of what's the movie with Peter Sellers?
The Party?
No, the other one. I Love You, Alice Toklas, and they're pot brownies and there's sitar music in that movie and things like that. All of a sudden they're dressed in Indian. Remember the whole Indian shirts.
What about the Wawa?
How
Let me
did
ask you a
Ali
question.
Akbar Khan feel about this?
Can I?
Well-
I'm sorry to interrupt, but Chris, do you know who the first artist to actually use the wah-wah pedal was?
John Wawa?
No,
No,
Frank Zappa.
I don't. Was he?
Yeah, he gave the guy the money to develop it.
Really?
It was one of his, like a guy that worked for him.
Well, okay, hold on a second. Was there Wawa on the very first Cream album that came out in '66?
Yeah, they were, kind of.
I don't know. I don't remember if there's. I know definitely Disraeli Gears.
He was an early adopter too, but Frank got it first. I'm pretty sure Frank got the first one. He got it before Hendrix. He got it before anybody.
I had my little Boss
He used the
Tone
fuck out of it.
in 1968 or 67, 68. I got my Boss Tone. It's you plug it on the guitar and it's a fuzz tone basically, but it's not a pedal. And
I
I
don't know
had that
guitar
for
shit.
years.
Guitar players are pussies, but
I love fuzz guitar.
Hey,
I love fuzz
hold
guitar
on.
solos.
Hold on. Rich, you're a moron. I didn't say The Party was the greatest movie ever. The words never even came out of my mouth. Mazzy asked a question
good movie,
of
Rich.
a Peter Sellers movie,
Rich,
and I said The
Num num.
Party.
Num num.
Nothing close to what you typed came out of my mouth.
Birdie num num.
Okay,
What
I don't
a
have anything else to
moron.
say. I'm done.
Birdie
outta
num
here.
Hey,
num num.
Thank you,
num,
gentlemen.
num, birdie.
Hey, I'm going to do my Mazzy right now. I got a book in the mail yesterday.
You can't do a Mazzy.
Yes, I can. This is a book that just came out about, it was Kodum. He's passed away, but Sonny Simmons, who's a fantastic free jazz artist. He lived a life, lived on the streets. Great story. And I picked this up. It just came out. I don't usually buy hardback books, but
Reading the bleeding book.
yeah.
I
So
got a
I'm gonna.
book.
Yeah, it's the phone book. You're the only one who still gets it. Where did
Jim
Chris
Thompson,
go?
get away. Huh?
He said that's enough for him. He couldn't take it anymore.
Wow, Chris
Hey,
Bill.
I got a
can't
question. I
Chris
got
is
it.
the new Harry.
Since we're talking about books, okay, I got it. A publicist reached out to me yesterday. I haven't responded yet. Wants to know if I want to get this book. Let's talk about books for a bit, and consider reviewing it. And it's called "How to Prepare for the Past: Travels in Music and Time" by Brian Coleman. He talks about friendships with the likes encounters of Nick Drake, Lester Bangs, Tim Hardin, Chuck Berry, Bo Diddley, Big Joe Turner. There's Vernon Reed calls it fantastic memoir of life in the grip of a lifelong love affair with music. Joe Boyd says something too. And this is the book. I think it interests me because I like this period and this time.
And
I don't
it's
really
great.
know. I don't know the guy. Do you know the guy, the writer or the person?
No, we're
When
doing
I
a
see
book on
books
my
like
next.
this, I think
My
that
next. My next
Pardon me?
cover is a book on. My next cover is a book on Johnny Cash.
well, that's perfect because it's. Oh, here's what you should reach out to. Have you put the issue to bed yet?
No,
You should reach out to, and I can introduce you if you want, to Intervention Records. They did that. Hold on.
I know what's his name.
We met him at one of the shows.
I met him. I met him 20 years
This
ago.
came out last month, and it's excellent. It is 45 RPM, but it's a short record, so it's one record. Wonderful.
All right. If all of you out there are counting, this is the 7th time
What
as
is that?
this record.
Is Johnny Cash on there?
Well, no, but in February, the Johnny Cash comes out, the first Johnny Cash album, and I have a test pressing of it. They just printed the covers this past week, so they're not out yet, but it's perfect timing, and you should include.
Send me a press release. I'll have him send me a press release.
Yeah, I'll send you the link, and then.
Nice.
Shane Intervention.
Hey,
you have
I'm
his-
in the.
Do you have his information?
Yep.
Okay, tell him that I told you to talk to him. Michael Fremer which good or bad, gave the Carl Perkins like a 10 and a 10. And then of course
Okay, send press release from Johnny Cash record. Mazzy told me about it.
Yeah.
ASAP. He needs to do it right away.
Yeah. Tell him you got an issue coming up with Johnny Cash, and
I'll tell you. Okay, here's my knowledge of Carl Perkins. John Landis loved putting people in cameos in his movies, and I guess he befriended Carl Perkins. One of my favorite movies is Into the Night, the one with Jeff Goldblum and Michelle Pfeiffer. And in there, Carl Perkins plays like a hitman.
there you go.
Yes.
Rick's is stealing my line. Just saying. I repeat myself when I'm in distress. I repeat myself when I'm in distress. Why do you
I've never heard you say that
I repeat
before.
myself when I'm in this dress. You've heard me say I repeat myself when I'm in this dress.
No, I've never heard you say that.
You're just blocking it out.
Maybe you were just standing
Bill,
and I couldn't hear you because you're so short.
Okay, Bill.
My line.
Bill's box of sound is here. I want to ask you.
Hey, Bill.
I want to ask you a question, Bill. I've been wanting to ask you a question, and we talked about it the other day.
Hey, hold on. This is a new thing we do here. Bill, are you willing to let Mazzy ask you a question?
No, I'm serious. I know you do a Saturday live show, and you do an hour.
Oh, this is going to be bad, Bill. Trust me.
No, because I'm considering doing a live stream finally, a weekly live stream, and Saturday is a night I like. But obviously, I don't want to overlap with you, even though we probably have somewhat different audiences. But there's some overlap, and I just
Bill
when
Mazzy, you would just ruin.
No,
Bill, when Mazzy say we have somewhat different audiences, he means he's a much bigger channel than you, and he will crush you.
No, okay, Matt. My understanding is you do it now. I'm talking Pacific time is 7 p.m. Is that right? I know whatever time you are local. Tell me what time you do it, and I was thinking someone told me about that. I think you do Saturday stream would be cool.
What time Saturday?
I would lead into you or say that, but I just want to know what time you do it because I don't want to do it over the same.
To crush the blow of Mazzy threatening you, Bill, I just made you a moderator.
And I'm not going to do all Zappa all the time, although I will talk about Zappa, and maybe I do Zappa and bring you and Jim in sometime. But I just want to know that.
I don't deserve to be on the same.
Bill goes on 20 to 11. What the fuck does that mean? 20 to 11. I know. Pacific time is 7 to 8.
So he's on 7 to 8.
Okay, guys, I don't like to point this out. Mazzy doesn't have many weaknesses. Reading time is one of them.
No, okay. Yeah. If he does 7 to 8 Pacific, I could do 5 to 7. And then I could say, go over to, if people want to go over to Bill's. 2 hours is enough for me. So I'm thinking of 5 to 7. Thank you.
I'm not the head of the vinyl community. I'm not even up there. But I'd like to group us together. If we can all agree and find like a scheduler for the vinyl community.
No,
let me know. Send me a message.
As I said the other day, there's some people.
Brian doing that.
There's so many fucking live streams, and there's a metal community and stuff. So if I was going against someone who does metal, or even one of PB Thal's, because PB Thal does 3 fucking nights, so I wouldn't feel bad. But I don't want to do a Sunday or Monday night. And okay. Thank you, Bill.
Hey, Vinyl Piper, no one watches that.
Yeah, Bill knows things. I like Bill.
Listen,
a lot about Zappa. Yeah.
Hey, here's another question for the vinyl community. 3 a.m. Thursdays is available. If anyone wants to take that time slot.
Vinyl Piper. Thursday is Concert Buddies thing. So. And I don't want to do Mondays. Mondays are like I don't like Mondays.
I think Vinyl Piper is sticking a little jab out there.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit.
Dude. Put your fucking phone on vibrate. I don't need a copyright strike.
Exactly. I know.
Or hear what? Change your ringtone to a rights-free song.
No. Okay, that's a good question. What's the deal with PB Thal? PB Thal takes 3 nights up, so give me a fucking break. And I
Hey,
like PB Thal.
hold on.
I like Patrick, but if he takes 3 nights, that's kind of like hogging the audience. So if I had gone over one of PB Thal's, I wouldn't feel bad because those guys sit around and play records. It's a different thing than I do also. And I like Patrick a lot. But if he only did one night, I wouldn't do his night. That's my
I'm going to help Massey out.
Okay.
PB Thal. There's an old lonely man in Seattle. He needs his time. Please give up one of your slots. For Mazzy?
No,
Thank
I'm not
you.
going to do what does he do? Fridays, Sundays, and Tuesdays? Is that right?
Look, I actually think I figured out a new way to get on bigger channels to get FaceTime so people know who I am. I'm going to go back to Phoenix and steal a record and run out of the store. That seems to be. I'm sorry, Mike. I'm just curious, Mike, if you're watching, or he's probably sleeping. You had the license plate. Didn't the police were able to track that guy down?
And we had that other, which I mentioned the other day. I don't know what happened with the guy that stole the turntable, the Audio Technica at Easy Street.
They didn't get it back?
I don't know, but they posted a picture of him and they said, here's the guy. If anyone knows this guy, tell him to come and pay for the table and tell him that we have his license number. So I don't know how that rolled out.
Hey, Vinyl Piper, are you going to join us today at Freak Beat? Let me know. And I'm probably going to show the Men at Work. Actually, the Men at Work albums they have skippable songs. What are you sending me, Leland? The police don't go after people who try and run you over with their car?
Not as much anymore. Mazzy,
Hey.
how was the 1987 Beatles White Album CD sound? Is that the I don't remember. Is that the one where they did the larger? That's when it first came out in '87. It sounds fine. You know, there's a sort of revisionist feeling about it because, you know, when they did the 2009 or whenever it was, or when was the CD box came out, there were people saying, "Oh, the originals were sucked. They sucked and stuff." And then I think it was on the Westman. Steve Hoffman said those original CDs actually sound pretty good, and so everyone changed their mind because Steve Hoffman said it. I think they're fine. I have that set. I haven't played it in years, so I don't know.
Hey, by the way, Mike, very talented, put this up in his store. He hung this up. I love the pieces of tape on the edge. That really just shows the talent for hanging posters.
Well, what are they supposed to do?
You roll the tape up and you put it on the back.
Yeah, but he should have used big like masking tape on it. You know?
No, you could take Scotch tape, you roll it in dude, you're banned. Goodbye. You're out of here.
I turned it off.
No, put your phone on vibrate and leave it there.
Yeah.
You need the thrill of a vibrating thing in your pocket. You're banned. You're out of here. I don't want to see your face. Look. He can't abide by. He wants this stream taken down. He's passive aggressive.
So looks like the next batch of chess records are coming out tomorrow, or at least one of them. The Etta James. That's a good series. They've only done 3 so far. So
I have an original copy of that, not in the best condition, but it still goes for a lot of money.
Yeah. It's a great record. So it's good they're doing it. I have a copy, but I'm not sure what my copy is, so I might consider it. I don't know. But if I do, then I'd sell the one I have.
You have an original? They go for money.
No, I don't have an original.
I have an original. I found the original on $1, Ben.
Yeah, I might have a 70s copy or something.
All right. Jim, here's what I would like you to do.
I don't know how to do it.
Can you hold up your right hand?
Oh, you have to hold it for silent. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, there's a little switch on the side. I
Ich hab nicht.
You see
will
that?
not get a
Look,
copyright
Jim,
strike.
Jim.
because-
Ich habe
See that?
splitten
Silent.
mehr.
You hold that ring.
I know.
You
I
hold
I
that.
just saw. Okay, I got it. Got it.
But it depends how that button is programmed, because you can program it to do other things
Something
too.
else. I know.
The one thing I don't have a lot to be proud of. One thing, my phone has never been on sounds. It stays on vibrate. I don't. You get enough knowledge. You can look at your phone and see if someone tried to call you. We look at our phones enough. I don't need to hear sounds.
Well,
Notifications.
give you a cookie, Rob the Waxed.
Yeah, really. That's so interesting. I like being in line at Porto's and my
It's not
ringtone comes on
difficult,
and people
Dan.
start dancing. Sidewalk crouches at her
You know,
feet like a dog.
I will say one thing: Apple's not difficult, but it is more difficult than it was when Steve Jobs was alive. Because I used to love Steve Jobs when his guys came to him and designed something or did software program things, and he said, "I don't want anything. I don't want it to take more than 2 keystrokes to do anything. And if they did something, it's 3. It's a 3." He goes, "No, go back to the drawing board." And he would do that. I don't know if Cook does the same thing. I don't think so, because things definitely got more complicated after Steve Jobs died. So whatever you think about Jobs, he pushed those guys to make it as
He was a great
seamless as
father.
possible.
He was a good father.
Yeah.
Hey, in the
Anyway.
auction, Rich
Yeah, Shane,
Van
gotta
Gelder.
subscribe.
Van Gelder in the auction. Here's a cool thing that's in the auction. I'm going to show this. I found this. It's a file copy of RTI.
Huh.
But this is 45 version. It's only one of the discs
So it's
for
basically
Bill
no
Evans.
good to most people.
Which side is it?
3 and 4.
I'll take it.
It's in the auction. Do
Get
you
it out of the fucking
okay?
auction.
Okay.
It's a fit inner. Do you know what I mean?
Well, you
It's
turn your phone on vibrate and never take it off.
It's a fits inner. It fits in. It's like a jack of diamonds. I got the queen and the king.
Do you seriously
It's-
want this?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. I'll double check.
What do you have to double check with? Is there a
You
team
don't
of
want me to
people?
discuss it. You told me before that you don't want me to discuss it on this show. So I shan't. Anyway, we'll talk later. Don't worry about it. You might have to take that one out of the Dealey Bopper. I might.
Well, I'd never signed an agreement on your show that I couldn't show something more than once. So don't.
There's no. Look, it's a gentleman's agreement.
You do it all.
You're
the
no
time.
gentleman.
You do it all the time, and
Hey, look,
I don't
look.
criticize it.
Mazzy, 99% of the grief I give you is fake. It's made up. It's
No,
made up
you're not.
grief.
You're a fucking asshole, and that's not fake.
You wanna know a really good CD, a really good one?
Oh,
This
I know.
one. The Bad Plus. This is such good covers. This is a great record. I learned how to play long distance runaround by starting here. The drums. Anyway, great CD. The Bad Plus. This has lithium. They cover lithium, comfortably numb, long distance runaround. It's good. How deep is your love? Barracuda. Come on.
I want to
Great
show.
CD.
The other night, I watched this movie on cable. Right. It is
It's
like a
not,
music.
okay, Mazzy. It's not cable. It's Disney Plus. It's a streaming service. The only cable is coming in and you hook
Well,
yourself up to at night.
It comes into my house via cable. Okay, there we go. I could have basically had it on with the sound off. I mean, some of it looked great. Terrible dialogue. Whoever wrote the script, I don't remember who wrote the script. Terrible.
Really?
There's some good, obviously, it's a lot of digital animation and things like that. Some cool scenes, but even good actors on it. Jared Leto hasn't made a good movie in how long? The dialogue is so bad, the directing is so bad, but the music by Nine Inch Nails I kept enjoying.
It's
I'm
good.
obviously,
I love that guy. He's good.
yeah. So I bought the CD. This is the first time in a long time they put a soundtrack out as Nine Inch Nails, because these guys have been doing soundtracks under their own name for the last 15, 20 years, whatever.
Who did this? The
Nine
last
Inch
one
Nails.
was the French duo.
Yeah, I don't know.
Daft
But
Punk. Daft Punk did
Oh.
the last one.
so I bought the CD it was $12 on Amazon. I probably should have gone local, but I just ordered it and it came the next day. And I played it yesterday. I blasted. Some of it is heavily pushed and brick walled a bit, but it's electronic music, so it almost doesn't matter. But some of it's really nice. And there's obviously intense electronic and some more mellowy stuff. They do a couple of homage to Wendy Carlos, who did the first Tron movie. I like this, but the movie sucks. But if you have Disney Plus, I can turn it on and watch it.
Mazzy.
I think
I
it
forgot
bombed big time.
now, as we gear up to the gigantic announcement Mazzy's preparing us for.
It's not gigantic.
There was another announcement today, and I'm surprised you haven't said anything about it.
Okay. And what is that?
Amazon Prime, the Paul McCartney documentary. They dropped the trailer.
That was announced yesterday. Yeah.
Well, the trailer dropped this morning, right?
No, yesterday I saw it. It was on.
Now, did we know about this documentary?
Yes, we knew about the documentary. This is Man on the Run. This is it's coming out in February on Prime.
Who made this?
I don't remember. I think it's sort of.
You call yourself a Beatles fan?
Yeah, but I'm not a Beatle channel. Yeah, we've known about it. Jen knows. We've both known about it for a month. It's been coming out. I didn't know it was going to be on Prime until yesterday. Personally, maybe other people did.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's Wings focused. There's a Wings bio book that just came out, which I haven't even got yet. Came out last month, I think, or 6 weeks ago. I don't have any other Beatle news right now, but
shouldn't that be big enough news? It's a documentary about Paul McCartney.
Yeah. But there's so many documentaries and things that Paul put out.
This is what's
they put
funny.
out all these things.
You're blasé about this documentary?
I'll watch it, but they put out all these things which are great. We all love Beatle fans like this stuff, but the stuff that people keep wanting, like people still want the archive series of the last two Wings albums from the 70s.
Well, wait. You're conflating two different things.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are, because it's a movie. It's apparently, I guess Disney did very well by getting into the Beatle business.
Yeah,
so it seems to me something that they think it's evergreen. People
last year there was another McCartney documentary or
where was that?
It was, what would Jen remind me what it was? Jen would know. It's the in the studio stuff of Wings. God damn it. Which album was it? It's the one they're in the studio and it's a documentary.
They put out that soundtrack.
Yeah, I went to see it.
Was that last year or the year before?
No, it was last year. I saw it IMAX last year with some friends of mine.
Is it available for streaming?
I don't think so. I don't remember now. One hand clapping. Thank you, Gabby. Gabby knows all this stuff. It came out as a record.
You know what? They were streaming that. They were streaming it on YouTube. I watched it. It didn't do much for me.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm not as excited. But a lot of McCartney fans want London Town and Back to the Egg as an archive series. He hasn't done an archive series in.
What are the archive series? What entails it being an archive series?
These big book-like volumes. They're CDs, not LPs, and there's a lot of outtakes. There's big art book. They're really a nice series. Again, they're not vinyl centric. Sometimes they will put out a companion, like a 2 LP vinyl issue with a small part of it as a companion. I think they do now all the time. They did with Red Rose Speedway and Wings Wildlife. The Wings Wildlife, that one had extra live European tour, which still hasn't come out in any other form. So that box version is very rare in the archive. But they never finished the 70s Wings album, and they should do that. And people are clamoring for it. Yeah, super deluxe albums.
So that's the closest to something that Paul McCartney made that never came out.
Well,
Is there a shelved Paul McCartney record that people know
there's
about?
a lot of there's a thing that goes back
Yeah.
in the 70s. Was it 70s Cold Cuts? There was going to be a double album called Cold Cuts, which is all these extra outtakes or alternate or unreleased music. And there's been bootlegs of that. I mean, some of that stuff has turned up on some of the archive series. You know, I used to know all the details of this shit. I don't know the details. That's why I'm not a Beatle channel. I don't know the details anymore.
I wish we could get Bill or Calvin Wazoo up here.
Yeah.
Once in a while. Help me talk about Zappa for a
Well, you should.
change.
You know, Bill is probably welcome here.
All right, I will. I'm willing to break from the Beatles talk to say how much of a moron you are, Rich. Thank you.
You know, Rob asked me about McCartney. Here. Interesting. I'm getting all these. Okay, we can talk now about it. Because I just
wait. Hold on. Do I have access to material that was released? Is there an email that just went live?
I'm going to show you this one. Okay, Rob.
Hold on.
Yeah. Hey, can I do a Zappa song?
Well,
called
hold on.
Baby
Stop,
Pizza?
Jim.
What's your
There's a
last
big
name again?
announcement.
What's your last
Right
name
now,
again?
there's a big announcement happening.
What's your last name again, Wax? Siegel.
Please, Mazzy, please. Jeez whiz.
All right. We knew about this before. I don't know if Arnaldo was at the WFMU. Chad Kassem was there. It's this year in 2026 is the 40th anniversary of Acoustic Sounds. They're doing, as a follow-up to the Atlantic 75 series, those of you who are audiophiles, and this is where people are going to jump on me because I'm showcasing double 45 RPM records, which I hate.
Something you really care about.
But I made a video, which will be up in a few minutes, because the music is great. It's about the music. And most of these records are available as 33s already. It's 40 records, 2 a month. They're starting with Moondance and Astro Weeks right now. I don't know how much they are. Let's go to the, this is the one thing I didn't know.
They're probably $60 each.
Well, that's what I thought, I guess. But you can subscribe to it, or you can buy them separately. 2 a month. But there's 3 Ry Cooder records. There's Paradise and Lunch, Chicken Skin Music, and the soundtrack to Paris, Texas. Graham Parsons' previous
absolutely essential.
No, I mean, it's good music. It's nothing.
It is good music.
It's nothing edgy. Casey and the Sunshine Band.
Wow.
Hey, Rich. Rich just got a boner.
Actually, the meters rejuvenation is one that's great. So,
well, now what about that Ramones? Hadn't that come out as a 45?
No. Here's the deal. My video, my last one I showed is Ramones, and my suggestion was, how can you do a fucking double 45 of a 30-minute record? They could do that like they did with this?
How can you not mention Little Feat?
I did mention, well, I didn't today, but Little Feat, 2 Little Feat records.
My worry is that without new monster artists like Adele was, however many years.
You type in the chat so those who don't have access.
Is Chad going to be able to reissue?
Why can't you have access to my channel, Bill?
Yeah, Mazzy.
You blocked him.
Mazzy, can you do me a favor? Go to the nearest window, open it up, and drop that piece of paper down so Bill can catch it and read it.
Yes, exactly.
I worry that these guys are going to have to reissue the same 40 fucking records over and over.
Hey, Bill, you have the internet. You can go read it on there. Sign up for Acoustic Sounds emails.
You know, this is where I'm torn. I just like when record companies are putting out good records. And I even said in my video,
well,
I'm not the audience for these. I'm not the audience for double 45s, but this is great music. So that's, you know, and there's
Well,
people going to buy this shit.
okay, I'm okay. My naturally I would go to a 33 over a 45.
Me too.
I'm okay with having a 45, but none of these titles, like I have an OG of the Ramones, I'm fine.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's the
Nick
only
Rudo,
title.
check this out. Sorry, Nick
I-
Rudo.
Jim, go
I'm
with the flow.
responding.
But what are you responding to? That's not any of the records that they announced.
You know, a lot of the great, and I know this is not an absolute Michael poetry, but a lot of the great 80s stuff are UK centric, like the Smiths and the Cure. And I just think they don't have access to the tapes, and that's why they're not really doing this. The Smiths, as I said, there's a lot of great UK bands.
You know,
I'm surprised that some of these are already on Rhino Hi-Fi.
okay. Here's my problem with this list, and I'm not ranting.
Yes,
He's
you are.
just gone through a whole 2-year thing doing the Atlantic 75s.
Right.
All this, you know what these come off to me as? These were not good enough to make the Atlantic 75s.
No, because none of these are on Atlantic Records, Rob.
I understand, but they're the same company. So, yeah,
Songs from the Big Chair, isn't that?
that
That's
Tony Joe White record's good, but
Yeah.
Chad's done that record.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
I'm not disagreeing with you about any of this stuff.
I mean, the Van Morrisons. Whether any of these records need a reissue, which I'm not doubting, for someone like me who's open to getting something, maybe the Meters, but I doubt it. I think didn't Vinyl Me Please reissued that?
No, that's the Tears
There's
for Fears
nothing.
are British.
At least the Ramones is the most dangerous title on there. At least give us 3 records that come out of left field. None of these are left field records.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but I'm sure, you know, Chad, my guess is Chad has a lot to do with the titles because he does when he puts his records out. So to push him in other areas, Rhino should have pushed him and said, hey, we haven't done this. Let's do this. But, you know, there is that audience out there that buys the same shit all the time.
Okay, here I'm raising my hand right now. As someone who's actively collecting the Cure records, and I realize Robert Smith has a lot to do with this, as someone, put a Depeche Mode record on there. Put a something else. An REM. Put one of the Warner Brothers REM records on
They're
there.
not with Warner Brothers anymore, okay? They're
No,
Kraft. They're Kraft.
Oh, even the Warner REM titles?
They're not
okay.
with Warner.
But they're put some.
I agree with you.
Put some 90s alternative music on this
Let's
list.
talk with, if Craig is here, Craig from October in UK. Here's the deal, what I just said. Most of those bands that you guys are talking about are British bands. Why the fuck doesn't Warner in the UK do things like this? They have the tapes over there. All those British bands from the 80s.
Hold on.
The tapes are there.
Craig,
Tears for Fears, the Smiths, the Cure.
Hold on, Craig. Yeah,
British.
put a Smiths record on there. Hey, Craig, do you know anyone at Warner UK? Is there such a thing? Do you know anyone there?
You know, we get people, rightly so, in the UK bitching that these are expensive to ship. Rhino's doing it. Rhino doesn't have access. American Warner's doesn't have access to all the labels on a recording artist.
No, they're the American distributor, or they put like the Cure record label. Was it Fiction and Factory? But here's my question. It's not my question. Chad has said numerous times he's putting out records he likes.
Yeah.
So exactly. it just means Chad doesn't like any of these kinds of records.
Well, that could be, you know, but I thought the Atlantic series wasn't for me either, but it sold really well. People love them. I'm not a fan of it. And I think Chad was surprised at certain titles like STP, Stone Temple Pilots.
Yeah, he wouldn't. Chad would never have put that out.
Right. And it came out and people loved it. So I agree with you, you know.
Hey, can someone help me? Because Mazzy's definitely 100 years old. I'm having trouble. What other kind of more alternative bands that were on Warner's that they could have put out something.
And that are all analog. Because remember, in the 90s, a lot of stuff was digital. And I don't think Chad wants to do much digital.
Well, hold on one second. When he just made an announcement that he's reissuing some fantasy records as 45. One record in particular, he said, is digital. There's a digital source. And look, if they recorded the album digitally, you have no choice. So, yeah, Jesus and Mary Chain. B-52s.
Again,
but,
Jesus and Mary.
Okay,
well,
Nick.
Wait. Jesus and Mary Chain. Again, another British band. Get my drift? Let the UK labels put those out.
Okay, what about the Police? That's good.
A&M. That's A&M. That's
who owns A&M now? Who owns A&M now?
I think that's Universal.
Is it Universal?
Hey, Arnaldo, who has A&M? Is that Universal? It's not BMG. I don't remember who has A&M. But B-52s they put out a bunch too. And
but
make good reissues. Paul Simon.
That is not Warner's anymore. I think he got his catalog back to Sony.
What?
Sony doesn't do any of this all analog stuff.
Oh yeah, they don't.
Yeah, but wait, MoFi did the B-52s.
Yeah,
but Rhino regularly reissues those B-52s. Records.
And the thing is, as I said in my video that's coming up, a lot of these records, and like the Van Morrison records, Kevin Gray did excellent versions in the last decade that are not audiophile, and they've done one or two, I guess one Rhino hi-fi.
Hey Joseph, who are the Doogie brothers?
I always wanted to start a punk band called Shame-Based Fear.
I have the best punk band name ever, but I could never say it here.
Okay, I wish they did more. I agree with some of the people here. More R&B stuff. They do the Meters. Rejuvenation is a great choice.
But Vinyl Be Pleased did it, and you could still get copies of it.
But Vinyl Be Pleased is not easily available. You can get them.
No, actually, it was a record of the month. A lot of people were forced to get.
Okay, but it's not easy. Anyway, it's not double. Okay.
You can go. It's not 45, but it's excellent. You can go on Discogs and get that for like $20.
I would love them, and I don't even think they have the Parliament records anymore. Parliament would be perfect, but I don't think they have those George Clinton records anymore. What about the Wesley? All the offshoots. Graham Central Station, that would be good. That's Warner Brothers, so they could do more R&B. Now Prince would be great. Prince is complicated because the estate really controls that stuff. I think Prince would be great. And Prince goes back and forth. Prince goes back and forth between Sony and Warner Brothers.
That Black album people want.
No, these new Van Morrisons are not digital. Yeah. And unfortunately, the Van Morrison albums they haven't done, Van has control of them. The one that I really would like, and again, I'm not a 45 fan, but the one I really like is St. Dominic's Preview. But those Warner Brothers records.
Like right there, that John David Souther.
Yeah, I have that.
Black Rose. That's a title probably I don't see. I only see that. Actually, my friend Brad, Omnivore, reissued his main record. Only with the Only Lonely song on it.
Yeah, I have that album too. I have a promo of that album. I'm really surprised they picked that. It's a good album, but I'm surprised. I wouldn't pay for a double 45.
I don't see his records other than that one. So maybe is it a good record?
It is a good record. It's not. I don't know. It's not a great record. What about Souther Hillman Furay Band?
Yeah.
The Birds on Asylum, the reunion album. I mean, I don't think they're doing any Asylum records.
What about Kinks? Who has the Kinks records in the U.S.?
I don't think they have access. That's a good question. The early Kinks records on Reprise, that would go through up to Arthur. Now, again, I don't know what Andrew Sandoval. I should talk to him when I interview him because those tapes are in the UK. So that's another thing. But they did do. Andrew Sandoval did do some analog Kinks records, reissues. Sony has the Arista catalog for the later Kinks stuff. Thanks, Bill. BMG has all the Kinks. Do they have the reprise Kinks too? That's why they did the Kinks box. But Andrew Sandoval, that Kinks box, the mono box is analog. I think Andrew said that. Anyway, you know, we always go through this every time Chad reissues something. Why do we need another version of that? And I totally get it. And I don't disagree with everybody.
None of the titles on that listed. The Ramones maybe, but I have an OG of it, and I'm very happy with
Now,
that.
here's an interesting fact.
Yeah.
Well, one of my favorites on the list is Graham Parsons' Grievous Angel, and they put that out as a Rhino hi-fi, and that didn't sell that great. So I can't believe that a double 45 would sell any better than a Rhino hi-fi. So it's a good album. It's a fantastic album. I'm surprised they're doing Ry Cooder soundtrack to Paris, Texas. There's that whole, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 minute voice over by Harry Dean Stanton on there. So I think some of the audiophile people that don't know that album, it's a great moody album. It's like
That is a good
avant-garde.
record. I just listened to it. It's good.
Yeah, it is great, but it's not something that there's a lot of people that will buy a Chad 45 record just because it's a Chad 45 record, even though they don't know the music. And I can't believe that they're going to love Paris, Texas, but it is a good record. But I don't see that as the audience, but you know.
Hold on one second. I have some business to deal with. I do. What's it up to you, Bill? Why? Why do you need to know? Thank you. Hey, there's one person that might be happy by this.
Who? Dave?
Yeah, his name rhymes. His name rhymes with 45.
Oh, and Texas Dave, I think he subscribed to the Atlantic 75.
Well, they still have 7. Don't they still have 5 or 7 of those titles that haven't come out yet?
And he just did a video over the weekend about that. Now, here's the thing, just to let people know, 400 of these records will be numbered for subscribers. So 400 people can subscribe to the whole series if they want. And they get a numbered copy. They get the same number each time.
What's fun? Again,
Limbo.
hold on. There's a rule here. Your comments have to exist on their own. Context.
Wasn't Sonic Youth Daydream Nation recently done, though? I think
Rich?
it was.
Can I answer Rich?
No, you can answer anyone else but Rich.
Bring his comment up. I want to answer it too, so people know what I'm talking about.
Okay, here you go. That one?
That's not the one.
Rich. There you go.
No.
And you know why, Rich.
Hold on, Rich.
Oh, you know why.
Rich, does anybody?
And you know why. Oh, you know why.
Hey, Rich, do you?
I got a question for Leland, or a comment.
Okay.
Okay, based on his last thing. Getting?
Yes.
Oh,
Leland.
Ouch.
We like to dig. You know, that's the thing is, remember how we talked about, and I know it's not across the board, but some German folks who I have some German friends don't seem to have a sense of humor. Uwe does.
What Mazzy meant to say. What
when
Mazzy
you call me Harry, you go, no, there's no hair.
Yeah.
Hey, what Mazzy meant to say is the Germans are nice people. Some of his great friends are Germans.
Yes. Wickedale, I agree. Paris, Texas does sound great, but I'm just thinking someone having a double 45 and listening to one side of Harry Dean Stanton talk, I think it might turn some of them off and they'll take the stylus off. I don't know.
Hey, they're doing practice shows right now, Kimbo, and they're getting focus group feedback. So they might make some changes before
it won't start this
premiere.
Weekend. It'll
Concert
start.
buddy, it's not a turd is a turd. It's a short sleeve suit. Is a short sleeve suit. It might be brand new, but nobody wants it.
You know, the greatest thing about possibly doing a Saturday night video at our age is that most of the viewers don't have dates on Saturday nights.
Hey,
Oh, ouch.
I actually, Mazzy shared this with me privately, but I'm going to make it
Really,
public.
really?
Mazzy says if he does a Saturday Night Live stream and he falls asleep on the stream, everyone gets a free "It's the Music Stupid" T-shirt.
There. Very nice.
Well, I mean, I would love to say that announcement sent shivers throughout the vinyl
Well,
community.
everybody knew it was coming. I think Arnaldo bought the Van Morrison. A couple weeks ago, when I heard about this and Arnaldo got it, I have a copy. I have an original greenie of Moondance. You can't deny what a great record that is. But I have that double album that came out in the last decade. It was based on the CD, and the second disc are alternate versions of songs like outtakes, and the proper LP, Kevin Gray cut in the last decade or so. And I put that on. I hadn't played it in a while when I probably didn't play it as much when I got it because I was listening to the outtakes. It sounds fucking amazing. The dynamic, the range, all the space shit you're talking about of an audiophile record. That Kevin Gray cut of from 10 years ago or so is excellent. A Moondance, the double record.
Hey, this is unusual. It's not Michael Dawson's usual take to be funny, but this is serious, Michael Dawson. I think if Mazzy chooses to do a Saturday Night Live stream in a bathtub full of bubbles, it will take off like crazy.
Shane, the thing with Joni Mitchell, I know Patrick Milligan at Rhino has been curating all the Joni Mitchell. They've been doing those box sets and all those are analog reissues. So they've done the entire Joni Mitchell catalog as an archive series. So I think that's why they probably didn't do Joni Mitchell.
Hey, I will tell you this. This is serious, and I've said this. There's a John Coltrane record. It's called John Coltrane Alternative Takes on Atlantic. It is one of the best sounding records I have of his. It's just, do yourself a favor. If you see that out and about, grab it. Because that thing sounds amazing.
Do you have it there to show us the cover?
I would have to, I would have to
go
get up and dig.
We don't need you for a while.
Yeah. Can you
let me see if I can. Rob? Okay. Don't fuck up the stream, Jim. Turn your phone off.
I'm going to sing.
Hey, Shane, when you're saying how does a MoFi sound, the MoFi sound of what? You got to complete the thought because sometimes it doesn't make sense. You're talking about Joni Mitchell.
Of what artist?
I know they did those one steps. Didn't they do one steps? Yeah, I don't buy any one steps. So.
Jumble Dum Dum says the Joni albums sound amazing. So.
Yeah, they do. They do. They did really amazing. They've done a good job with that whole series.
I saw her a couple times live with Jocko. What a great show.
How does Roger, fuck you.
All right, I found it.
Oh, here we go.
I found it.
Where are you, Rob? Did you get it at your neighbor's house?
I've fallen and I can't get up. I found it.
Ooh.
If you ever see this record, this sounds amazing.
Yeah, I might have that.
Yeah, I have it.
I highly suggest they should have put this out.
Is that in the Atlantic box?
No.
CD box. No, CD box.
I don't think so.
That has mold, but there's outtakes of Coltrane and some of this. Now that has mold and mildew, that copy.
You're an idiot. It makes it sound better, actually.
Good record.
It really, I promise you, if you pick this up, this sounds incredible.
Will be gone.
This came out in 1974. And
mine's a cutout.
Let's see that it was done. It's a George Piros, I think. Yep, mine George Piros. George Piros did this.
Mine was done by Tessie Fanyats, I think. Fafa Lifshitz worked on this one.
You know, Jim's humor comes from vaudeville. Jim, can you put on a black face and do your routine, please?
1930s Canada, Winnipeg, Jewish ghetto.
Highly recommend that. Chad, you should put that out.
There you go. It's a good record. Everyone does the Dusty in Memphis, so that's been done.
That's the Atlantic. I think that's in the Atlantic series, Atlantic 75 series.
And he did a 45 of it.
Yeah, in the Atlantic.
I have a Rhino reissue of it. That sounds fine.
How about what's her face? Phoebe Snow had a good record or two. No?
Yeah, but the first one's on MCA. You know,
what's Phoebe Snow's big song? I mix her up with Janessie.
Poetry Man. And that's an excellent sounding record. That's on MCA, so that would be Universal. Now, she did do an album that Michelle photographed the cover for, photographed Phoebe and the cover for Elektra Records, something else I think it's called.
This one's on Columbia.
Hey, Michael's making a joke.
Or Sade. You know what Chad's first audiophile reissue was?
What?
I did know, but I forgot.
It was a classical record, wasn't it?
It was Cat Stevens.
Yeah, I have that. Okay, this is the album cover Michelle created based on a surrealist cover. This was around 1987 or 88, Elektra Records.
Okay, nice.
She went and photographed Phoebe in New York, and that's the print, and then came back in her studio and created this surreal. This is pre-Photoshop. This is all real. Obviously, it's very, based on surrealism type of thing.
Oh, you know what else I love?
And they ripped her off, and they made the music video, and they took all components of her. So we had to get them paying more money. And her manager took the image and doing T-shirts without it in the contracts. We had to get more money for that because it wasn't through the label, which sounds.
Yeah, Sade records sound good. How about Tommy James and the Shondells? God damn it. Love those records.
Mafia.
And they sound good. I don't care about the label. I just care about the.
Nate, after the stream's over, about 5 or 10 minutes, I'll do a preview stream for the auction. Have all the records set up right here.
Sade.
All right, Joseph.
This is Chad's first record.
I don't think anyone's hunkering for Melissa Manchester audio
quality
record.
records. This is Chad's first.
I have that
audio file record.
It's good. It's good. That's A&M.
Hey,
here's a great record to redo. The Section.
Yeah, but that's like having the Wrecking Crew do an album.
So what? It's
good. No, I don't disagree.
Great music, sounds good.
Yeah,
kicks ass.
Yeah. No, I don't.
I've heard that "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou" someone's putting that out again. I forgot who. And unfortunately, I think Jackie Brown soundtracks. I thought you meant Jackson Brown. I don't think Asylum has Jackson Brown anymore. I think Jackson Brown would be good. Jackson Brown albums would be good, but I don't think they have his record catalog anymore.
Oh well. I don't.
Where is his records? Seem like they'd be.
What's the question that Gabby has? I'm sorry.
Where?
You know who should consider reissuing records is Neil Young.
What other album covers did Michelle do? Well, she did all of Tony Williams, the jazz drummer for Blue Note from 85 to 93. She did about 6 or 7 Tony Williams covers for Blue Note. She did a Tuck and Patty cover for Windham Hill. She didn't do a lot of record covers. She did Jean-Luc Ponty album cover for Sony.
Actually, the original Mo-Fi's Jackson Brown, that goes for some money.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't do a lot of celebrity stuff. It was mostly advertising stuff. Yeah. Mostly advertising campaigns, big ad campaigns from the late 80s up until like 12 years ago before we moved, and she pulled back. And yeah, I think those Jackson Brown would be good, but I think Jackson Brown owns those, so he doesn't. Unfortunately,
Does he own them, or has he sold his catalog?
I don't know. I think he owns them.
Didn't you talk to him the other day?
Jackson Brown?
I'm joking.
You are joking. I've never talked to Jackson. Actually, I was backstage at a Jackson Brown show at the Greek Theater in Berkeley in 79 or 80.
Jackson Brown's son passed away, I think, recently.
Yeah, the Jackson Brown Asylum OGs are excellent, and I don't think Warner owns that catalog anymore. Fidelios, Arnaldo, do you know anything about that? Who owns it? I'm supposed to know this stuff. I know a lot, but I don't know everything. And Arnaldo knows as well as anybody. Everything has been bought up and parsed, and even the labels that got bought out by other labels, sometimes the label's sold, and certain artists don't go along, with the label. And again, the thing with like the Smiths, for instance, that's rough trade, right? In the UK, Sire had them here, but you have to go to Rough Trade, and whoever owns Rough Trade, who owns Rough Trade now, Arnaldo, in the UK? Plus, you have to deal with fucking Morrissey and Johnny Marr's bullshit. So who knows what the fuck's going on there?
Well, what about the ones that are currently in print, the Smiths albums?
Yeah, they can put them out, and I think they even did a box. I don't think all those Jackson Asylums are Warner Brothers anymore.
You know what I want? There's that Best of the Smiths. I have the CD of it, but I don't know if it ever came out on vinyl.
Well, remember, Rhino in the last decade did a box. They're from Digital Cuts. They did a box set, a CD and a vinyl box, but it doesn't have this quote audiophile treatment. Rough Trade, yeah, it was a licensing deal with Sire, so they don't own this stuff.
I'll tell you what, that Joy Division record I picked up, I listened to it. It sounds really good.
Joy Division's another one. Tapes are in the UK.
Yeah, but this was
New Order. Tapes are in the UK.
The one I have is the US one that was put out like in '89 on Quincy Jones label for all.
Yeah, I think it's time. I still ask this question and no one answers. Why don't any of the UK labels? You get Craig at October and a few one-offs.
Well, if anyone can connect us with someone from one of these labels in the UK so they can tell us what's going on.
They won't. Yeah, they don't like to tell people that. They don't like to answer these questions. They couldn't be bothered. That maybe the audience isn't big enough. I don't understand why the UK. Then we can be complaining about that it's too expensive to ship these records to the U.S. R&B titles, James Carr. Yeah, there's a lot of great R&B. Like we know that all those Funkadelic albums, I think they're all with West. Even though the stuff that was on Warner Brothers for Parliament Funkadelic, I don't think they're with Warner Brothers anymore. And that's the problem. If they were, a Parliament Funkadelic Parliament box would be ideal. And then all the sub projects,
right here, Bill. Unknown Pleasures. It came out in the U.S. 10 years after.
I think there is a vinyl version of the Best of the Smiths.
West.
Someone
I also picked up this Chinese Whispers Cure. This is a comp. This sounds really good. Jim, if you want this, I'll bring it with me today.
Okay, which one is it again?
Never. You're horrible at life.
What title?
What's the label that Hoffman worked for years ago?
Exploration.
Jim, what's that label that Steve Hoffman worked on years ago? Acoustic? Is it Acoustic Tech?
Yeah.
Hey, hold on. I'm going to do a little bit of a rant right now. Okay. Hey, O-R-G, whichever one you are. Where the fuck are the Funkadelic records that are supposed to be coming out?
Taking a long time, right?
Get your head out of your ass and release those records. Please.
Yeah.
Thank you. It wasn't a full-blown rant.
Well, Chad did do the Dire Straits records,
Joey, I've had a US, I've had a German, UK, but I have the cassette and the CD, which has all the extra stuff that wasn't on vinyl. So I have the cassette of it in CD, but I have the vinyl. I'm trying to get all the Cure records, and since I got this,
Hold on a second.
hold on, I got it right here, and Mazzy's gonna yell at me because I'm showing this
I don't care.
again. Mazzy is very finicky. This right here, I got this. I've showed this last week, and I didn't know this existed. This is a twofer that came out in the U.S., and I don't have a copy of 17 Seconds. I have a UK of Faith. So now I have 17 Seconds as part of this twofer. So, and this sounds good. There you go.
Okay, I apologize to the person who said about the Smiths' best of wasn't released on vinyl. I'm thinking of this album. Bring it up here.
Hold on,
It's
man.
kind of like a best of. This is The World Won't Listen. I mean, this has a lot of the best of stuff. So this is the album I was thinking of. Different cover. It's got a Jürgen Vollmer cover. I think the other one does too. The best of I have on CD. You're right, but this is the one I was thinking of. When did this come out? I forgot what year. This is Rough Trade.
Rich, you're a horrible person. You've got me no Cure records. Shame on you.
This is Rough Trade. So good record. So that's what I was thinking of. Yeah, I prefer a lot. Yeah.
Screw you, Roger.
Of course, Jürgen Vollmer did those Beatle pictures and the one of John for the rock and roll cover album. John with the Beatles blurred walking. Yeah, Hatful of Hollow has a lot of the BBC stuff too.
I don't know if this was, here's a great soundtrack to release. I don't know if this was ever done. Put this out.
Oh,
Great soundtrack.
I like that movie.
It was great.
Yeah, it is a good movie. What's the guy, the Screaming Jay Hawkins is in that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good in that.
He's great.
Hatful originally only came out in the UK. It didn't come out in America 2 years later.
There's a Cajun artist that I love that's got nothing out on vinyl because it was in the 90s.
I have a strict rule here, Jim. No Zydeco music.
No Zydeco Cajun?
No.
You're missing out, brother. Jacques.
Anything from you, David Donnelly? If I can get you anything you want in exchange or what you want, let's make a deal. A gentleman's agreement.
Here's something that only came out on CD, and they release this stuff all the time. Mark Sandman.
I don't know who that is.
Morphine. He was the lead guy from the band Morphine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. It wouldn't be a record showing if Mazzy didn't make it Beatles.
Well, I'm answering Arnaldo. This is a book of, I have a few books of Jürgen Vollmer's photographs. Obviously, this is probably one of his most famous, but he did all these shots in Liverpool. I think I have a Genesis book of his work too. So is this the shot? Yeah, that's the shot that's on the Smiths album. That's the one I just showed here. This is a sepia version of that. I have a George Harrison picture, I think, of him. But there's a lot of these young Beat fans having sex.
No, I think that's for your private time, Mazzy.
No, but it's
Hey, listen, Paul.
Washboard.
Not the spoons. Washboard.
We actually used these pictures in our book. We licensed these from his estate, from his agency at the time. There's Stu Sutcliffe and John. That was the Hamburg days. They were all friends, with Astrid Kircher and Klaus Vormann and Jürgen Vollmer.
was a great
Oh.
time.
This is a 1981 book. This came out just before our book came out. That's the same time, or a few months before.
So this is your birthday the 23rd, Maz?
I'm sorry?
Is your birthday the 23rd or the 22nd?
23rd of August.
Okay, so on the 23rd of August, 1968, in celebration of Mazzy's fucking birthday, I'm 12. I'm 11. And this is the very first concert I ever went to. Simon and Garfunkel live at the Hollywood Bowl, August 23rd, 1968. And I found this on a Japanese website.
Oh, you keep showing that record.
That
This is
that
the very
concert,
first concert I ever went to.
That concert came in one of the CD box sets.
For sure?
Yeah. I forgot which one. There's a CD box set, and it's got part of the Wrecking Crew with them on.
I'm sure it's all Wrecking Crew.
Yeah.
Someone throws a sack lunch up on the stage, and they talk about it. Anyway, my very first show,
yeah, but that doesn't. That's separate. That you weren't.
It's once a month, Rich. I show it once a month, not every
But
week.
Jim, weren't you born at a Benny Goodman concert?
No, I was conceived at a Jewish dance on Fairfax.
He lived next door from the Flintstones.
Asimov's brother lived upstairs. That's true.
What's Arnoldo's other question? I'm sorry. What's Arnoldo's question? Let me go back. Sorry,
Go back to Arnoldo.
I'm not Mazzy. Were the Beatles fans? Were they Beatles fans on the Smiths cover? Not necessarily. I don't remember because Jurgen just photographed a lot of stuff at that time. I don't know. I don't think these were necessarily Beatle fans. These were just like, mod. Like think of Quadrophenia, the scene of young mods and that whole thing. Yeah, they weren't necessarily they weren't Beatle concert fans. No.
Hey Roger, can you throw a sack lunch at Jim right now, please?
That's it. I'm showing this then.
Weren't some of these on another one? I think there were.
This is not Zydeco, even though it's called Bojack and his Zydeco High Rollers. This is such good shit, man.
Jim, can you show your collection? Can you show your collection of Johnny Clicco and the Harmonica Gang?
How about the Mother and Father's records? Polka. Dig it up. Check it out. It's for real. Or I have, I got my shit. I got Pat Collins, the Hypnotist record. Anyone else have that? Mazzy?
I don't know who that is.
Pat Collins, the Hypnotist?
No, I don't know who that is, and I don't know who this is.
Oh. Mazzy, do you remember Pat Collins?
Hamburg in the early 60s. It's Hamburg, not Liverpool. I'm sorry, what?
Do you remember Pat Collins, the Hypnotist?
No.
You don't?
Actually, this show is just us talking, but at the end of every show, we give the winning lottery numbers for this week's Powerball.
Yeah. I think, obviously, in Hamburg, it was more of the equivalent of the rockers to begin with, not the mods.
Boozoo Chavez. I like Boozoo, too.
The mods came a little later. They came a little later, like with the Who, when the Who were, like 63, 60, 62, 63, 64.
I'm from 1956, actually. Mazzy's from 54.
Hey, Yvonne, do you want to come up and eat an ice cream bar?
Yvonne knows Bobby Brown. Hey there. It was a big hit in Scandinavia and Germany and stuff because they didn't know the lyrics, which were really dirty. They just, it was a big hit.
Boy, this stream is almost over and nothing happened today.
Well,
this stream is turning into like Seinfeld.
Plenty of stuff happened, but this is a conversational live stream. Nothing is prepared, obviously. I react to dumb comments like this one. That's a stupid comment.
I hate all my records now. Oh, this is such a good one.
Hold on. Who the hell is this? I don't know who
When was
Corla
this ever
Panton
reissued?
is.
When did they reissue this? This is good, man. Closing
no
my
one-
dreams inside
Yeah,
a paper
no one
bag.
wants. No
Thought
one
I
wants.
saw angels, but I could have been
Well,
wrong.
wait. Hold on. To be serious, Jim, didn't Jethro Tull do like a Steven Wilson remix of all their shit?
Did they? I don't know.
I don't know,
Probably.
but that album
Probably.
specifically.
This is such a good record. It really is.
Screw that guy. I don't want to play that guy twice a year.
Why? Ian?
No, Jim Harbaugh.
Oh.
They should have never fired him. They should have got rid of Lamar Jackson.
Foosball. How about Lounge Lizards records? Why don't they do some of those? No?
One more weird personal note about you, Yvonne, and you're gone.
Los Lobos.
Where's the documentary? Nicole?
Yeah.
Well, you've held up better than Jim.
What documentary?
I don't know what documentary. Post a link or something. I don't know.
The Lounge Lizards are excellent records. I think they're on 2 or 3 separate labels, right? EG Editions was the first one.
I love this shit.
Yeah,
you guys ever watch this? Painting with
Oh,
John and Fishing
yeah.
with John.
I watched all those. Yeah.
So here's
Jim,
I can do my
It feels
favorite.
like
My favorite sound of for any thing like that was what he wrote. John Lurie wrote for his thing, Fishing with John, and it goes like this. It goes fishing with John.
Well,
And it's the pause that's so fucking awesome.
The Jefferson Airplane, which is part of BMG now, Arnaldo, they need a good all analog series. I mean, they weren't all analog, but the best heuristic pillow is that mono double 45. I hate double 45, but MoFi did a good job with that record. But the airplane records need a good series. Someone should tackle those records. I know they're not
I love
greatly recorded, but what about the well?
No, I don't have anything for the next issue yet because I can't till it's done because stuff goes in and out. If we like, I'm looking for an excuse to pull anything from Boomer Scalper or Rob the Waxed.
So Arnaldo, who owns those airplane records and those RCA airplane records? Aren't they BMG? Is that not the case? I saw that BMG next year is moving into a big swanky new office in Berlin. Okay, who owns Jefferson Airplane? Oh, that's Sony. Never mind. You're right. It's Sony. I knew that. Okay. And of course, Sony doesn't. See, Sony needs to. They need to do a Birds box. They need badly to do a Birds. Of the major '60s bands, the Birds, were short shifted. I mean, Sundays did them, but they need a. Yeah, I'm going to make a video of an open letter to Sony on the Birds. It may not sell a lot, but they need to do it.
what would I have to start writing? Comments and context, please. Just letting you know, 9:10 Pacific preview video after the stream's over.
Why don't you wait till 10 a.m.?
Because I'm going out to the Freak Beat thing.
Okay.
Why should I wait till 10?
I don't know. So you're going over the hill. Do you go around or do you go Mulholland or what do you do?
I'll take the 405. At this time of day, it's fine.
Take the 405 to the 101. Take the 10 to the 405 to the 101.
Which MoFi, Roger? And I know you're just making this comment to be an idiot.
I like having Arnaldo here. Arnaldo, you should come up sometime. I know Rob is an asshole to you sometimes, but he can't help himself. He has like Tourette's for people. And it's
Shut
not
up,
just
Mazzy.
you.
Shut up, you fucking idiot.
He's like that to everybody.
Fuck.
but it can't be much worse. Like sitting next to Jason Rojas on the Concert Buddy show.
I've got to
Oh,
imagine, doesn't Billy Corgan have stuff with that?
Billy Corgan's got a good podcast.
Fuck Pearl Jam, by the way.
Why?
I'm
Jam
not a
Pearl
fan.
fuck?
I'm not a fan of Pearl Jam.
Yeah, Rob is always an a-hole.
Well, then what are you? There's a special category for you, Rich.
At least Rob admits he's an asshole. You know, that's the one thing I will give him.
I'm not an asshole. I'm an aggressive friend.
That's true. See, I've defended Rob to people. I've had people, including big people from other countries with big glasses, like contact me directly and say, you have to tell Rob not to be the way he is. You can't associate.
Yeah,
with Rob.
isn't it funny, the people who are aggressive about suggesting to other people who have no control over me how I should act, and then it's discovered they're a piece of shit.
We're still going to
It's
take
funny,
you down,
right?
Rob. We're still going to take you down.
Like they've lived their whole adult life and probably as a kid as pieces of shit. But we don't know those stories. Right, Rich?
We're still going to take you down. We're playing the long game. Really?
You know, this thing, it's so funny. When someone says someone was a narcissist, I mean, I understand. I know, obviously, I know what the word means. But if you're an actor, if you're doing YouTube videos, if you're a performer, you have to have an ego and you have to perform. Now, I know there's a difference and a fine line, but
doesn't Billy Corgan believe in UFOs and shit?
I'm a mild Smashing Pumpkins fan because I like a lot of their music, but I only can take it in small doses.
I mean,
I can take it in small doses because of his vocals.
Can I just say this? Let's all agree. Billy Corgan made 2 really good albums. That's it. We move on. Can we all just agree they made 2 really good? Huh?
That's a big deal. That's awesome.
No, yeah. I know.
That's 2 more than me.
Let's agree they made 2 awesome ass albums, and that's it.
Melancholy and the one with the girls on the cover.
Can you put
Siamese Dream or whatever it is. They made 2 really good albums. We're okay. They're good. We hum their songs. After
one really good album and that's it.
No, I think Melancholy doesn't need you know, there's these threads. I read the Hoffman forums, and all of a sudden someone will post a thread, make so-and-so a single LP, like the White Album or Electric Ladyland, or I don't think any of these records need to be a single. If an artist does it, and when people say there's filler, the White Album is no filler. There's songs that are maybe less important than other songs, but
don't ever say that, Mazzy. That's
was Smashing Pumpkins on Sub Pop?
Their first album, I think, or the record single.
Is that good album?
I think it's a single. I don't remember.
I don't feel. I've watched Billy Corgan's podcast or whatever he does. It's interesting, but he is kind of pretentious in the questioning of everyone.
Well, that's
he's a weird dude.
Yeah.
When Jim and I please post that, Vinyl Pipper.
I'll tell you right now, I'll tell you one thing that's 100% with me. As each year passes, my dislike for Guns N' Roses grows. I'll tell you, and this has no bearing on their big album. My dad, who's like a doo-wop dude, he fucking loved that album. The Appetite for Destruction. My dad loved that album. And he went nowhere near that kind of music.
What was the drummer's name?
I think I have 2 Butthole Surfers records. I have 2.
What was the drummer's name from
He has 1 butthole though.
I have 2 Butthole Surfers records. Those bands, all those bands that started out as punk bands that kind of moved somewhat into Americana and rootsy stuff, I really like a lot. Butthole was one of them. What's the other one? Tom.
Do you, hey Mazzy, serious? Do you have any David Allen? Not David Allen. Go. Robert Earl Keen records.
I do not.
You should get Robert Earl Keen record. That should be. You know what? I'm going to start a new segment. Rob shops for Mazzy, and I'm going to suggest a record. Mazzy
Why
needs to
don't you
get it
buy it
and
and
listen
send it
to
to
it.
me? Buy it and send it to me.
No, I'm not VCT. You need to all the free money you get a
Free?
can
Free?
someone
I
who likes
put in the
Robert Earl
work. Nothing
Keen
is free.
can
No,
someone who likes Robert Earl Keen and send Mazzy a Robert Earl Keen record?
I have a
The
Duff
money I get from
McKagan
YouTube,
story.
I put back into other music.
I have a Duff McKagan story, but I'm not going to tell it on this show. I'm going to save it for a good program.
All right, Alan, I got your text. Thank you.
Now tonight is a very special episode of Concert Buddies cast. What is the theme tonight? I probably saw it in the promos, but
Hey.
Chance, what is the theme? What is the concept tonight? More new records that we don't need anymore, and everyone's going to dump on some mastering engineer and audiophilia.
It's gonna be like a divorcees meeting where they all sit around and go,
Yes,
I've been divorced for 7 years.
Rashawn,
Rob, where are you going today at 11?
What time are you meeting at Freak Beat?
I'm
It's
gonna
the
get
sale today.
Here's what he always does. He opens early if there's a line of people. I'm gonna leave my place at 10. So I'm gonna get there at 10:30-ish before.
So get in that
With
cool electric car you have, or hybrid car, Tom Rashawn.
It's fully electric.
Oh, it is? Okay. And meet the boys at Freak Beat on Ventura Boulevard in Sherman Oaks.
Freaky BT.
10:30.
So when I
10:30.
was publishing a home delivered community newspaper called the Studio City Sun, my children went to elementary school, Carpenter Avenue Elementary School. All the famous people sent their kids there.
Oh, hold on.
And I want to warn you, if you're in Freak Beat and you have people like Rob in a tracksuit standing around the Lady Gaga section, start videotaping.
Hey, look, I will put anyone on next Tuesday on the live stream if you steal the Lady Gaga. Here's how you know we're there. If you see what you think is a lawn jockey, it's Jim.
Whoa.
Hand out like this.
Oh, wow. Tom's being interviewed for a documentary on Poopa Records. What
On
time?
Puma. Who's doing them? God, I used to hate that store.
Well, Tom worked there.
Hey, if
They
you
used
go
keep
to
so many records
Pooh Bah,
behind the counter, and they wouldn't let you look at them.
if you go to Pooh Bah, there's like 50-year-old pictures of Tom on the wall.
Yeah.
And I
There's a
swear,
Tom
at
section.
where I work, they have old black and white
Now,
pictures of
I gotta say
musicians.
something.
Hold on, let me finish.
All right.
They're old black and white pictures, and I saw one of Marty Ballin, and I swear to me it looked like Tom. Like the Tom looked like Marty Ballin back then.
I don't know what Pooh Bah was back in the day, so I can't judge on that. But the time we went last year,
That's not the same Pooh Bah.
I thought it was a disgusting store. It
That-
was like, it was
Well,
smelly and musty. and
Mazzy,
dirty
every
and-
time I go in there, I find good shit.
No, I didn't say there's not good records.
That's
and
not
maybe that's the
anything
thing.
like the way it used to be. The
I
documentary.
mean, you think like whoever owns it would just.
Hey, can I do my impression of Tom being interviewed for the documentary? Where's your water?
It looks
Those
like a
were the
record store
days.
that's in Beirut today.
Anyone going to Axpona this year in Chicago?
No,
It
it
costs too
looks
much.
like I'm going to be in LA for VinylCon though. I mean,
Nah. I think I might go to Axpona. Pretty sure I'm going to go this year.
Yeah.
so what
So
did I miss? Did you talk about what the theme is tonight? Did I miss that?
the theme is I guess Chance is announcing he's having Gabby up on the stream. Thank you, Gabby. You should be honored. All right, here's the deal. We're not eating at that overpriced hellhole. We're either going to the Japanese place next door.
You're so narcissistic with your
Or-
lunch choices.
No, that Arts Deli, for what they give you, I'm not paying $30 for a sandwich. The Carnival,
That's a lot.
that Arts Deli is way ridiculously priced for what they give you. We're going to go to Carnival, right, Jim? That place is good. It's
We can go
Mediterranean.
there, yeah, sure.
Or the Japanese place.
If you want to spend a ton of money and a great fucking steak right near there, but it's not open till evening, Le Mistral on Ventura. Because I stay with my friends and
Hey.
they take me there. When I say my friends who live up there.
Hey, I'm going to end the stream, but me and Jim do not have Vinyl Piper money.
No.
You're going to have to slum
Listen,
it with us.
If I had Vinyl Piper's money, I would burn my money. That's the difference. I would just make a little pile and burn mine.
All right. It was great. We got through it. We did it. It almost came to a halt.
And Chance still didn't answer what's on the docket tonight, did he?
I think
missed
it's why do records cost so much?
I like Beetle Kimbo here all the time now.
I think
new Kimbo.
Chance's stream is why do records cost so much?
I need everyone to come to my
Isn't
house before.
Isn't that what the stream is every week?
I need help moving a box. My amp that I sold.
Yes.
I can't get it out of my barn.
Okay, maybe I'll come over and help you. All right, everyone, take care.
I need you to reach something for me, Rob.
Yeah. Tonight's
Have a great
stream is
weekend.
about how Vitamin Please ripped everyone off.
Bye.
See you next time, people.